And do the summer days, do they just feel shorter right now? Well, they actually will be for 3 days this summer.
Scientists say the Earth is spinning faster this summer. No, really, spinning faster. And that's making some days marginally shorter. It may not be necessarily noticeable, but the 24-hour standard isn't so much standard as of late.
What's happening with the Earth's rotation here? Is there a reason for the speed up?
Gino, good to see you, man. And I love your starry background. The short answer is we don't really know exactly why this is happening.
In fact, Jesus simply said the great tribulation, this time of trouble, would be unequaled from the beginning of the world until now and never to be equaled again. If those days had not been cut short, no one would survive.
Tuesday, August 5th, 2025 will be one of the shortest days of our lifetimes. The phenomenon has NASA scientists puzzled.
Coming up on July 22nd and August 5th, the Earth's rotation will be faster, causing days to be shorter than usual. That's according to the International Rotation and Reference System Service. While we'll only approximately lose milliseconds, this all points to bigger changes happening to our planet.
Last year, July 5th was the shortest day of all time. It was shorter by 1.66 milliseconds. And now, this year the summer months are witnessing multiple short days.
Well, feel like the days are flying by. Turns out some days, including today, actually aren't a full 24 hours.
So they are flying by,
yes.
I guess. To be 1.51 milliseconds shorter than the average day. You won't notice anything different, but researchers say this type of change could be brought on by the changing of the planet itself.
Our planet is an almost, but not quite perfect timekeeper. That's because Earth doesn't rotate at a constant speed all the time. Short-term variations in our length of day are affected by the orbit of the moon.
Climate change has spurred devastating natural disasters. It has shifted borders, killed millions of people. And now it is making the Earth spin faster. Because ice is melting faster, and this is shifting mass on Earth, which is hampering its rotation. So should you be worried? Well, it depends. Of course, you are unlikely to notice a minuscule difference in time. But scientists who operate atomic clocks will face big hurdles.
July 22nd and August 5th are also expected to be shorter than usual. See, the thing is, Earth's rotation isn't constant. It's affected by the moon's pull, seasonal winds, and movement in the Earth's molten core. We've seen a trend toward faster spin since the 1970s, but this summer is bringing more noticeable fluctuations. The difference isn't something humans can feel, but it matters to technology. Systems like GPS, satellites, stock markets, and power grids all rely on ultra-precise timekeeping. And if a negative leap second is needed, essentially removing a second from the global clock, some older systems could crash. Why? Because many are built to add time, not subtract it. It's a modern-day twist on the Y2K problem, and that's why timekeepers are sounding the alarm.
As the glaciers melt, mass on the Earth is redistributing. The liquid inside of the Earth is spinning in a slightly different way. And so there could be changes going on in the spinning interior of the Earth that is causing the exterior of the Earth to slow down.
The long-term trend is that due to what we call tidal friction, this rotation rate of the Earth is slowing down. And and also related to this, the moon is very slowly moving away from the Earth. So what that means is you go back a few billion years, the day was much shorter, around 10 hours, and the moon was a lot closer, which means we had tsunamis twice a day that represented our tides.
So far, the change in Earth's spin has not created massive problems. But experts fear that in the long run, the small deviations could pile up and create problems. So what is the solution? Do what you will when dealing with anyone with mood swings. Wish for the best and prepare for the worst.
Some experts even say it could trigger a high-tech headache on par with Y2K. For the rest of us, just feels like time is slipping. The sun's setting earlier, the first day of school is circling, and the summer to-do lists are still half finished at best at my house. So you aren't imagining it. The days are literally getting shorter. Time is flying.
It will be a time, and if you excuse my extensive alliteration, it'll be a time that's colossally catastrophic, cataclysmic, and calamitous. Unprecedented, unparalleled, unrepeated. the final and defining event of human history. So the final defining events are not going to be climate change. It's not going to be asteroids, and it's not going to be aliens, unless they're coming across the southern border. The true existential threat that for many is the actual and ultimate inconvenient truth is that God is going to hold the world accountable for its sins. So that Revelation is foretelling future events presented as a historical narrative, not symbolic, not allegorical jumble of abstract images that can't be understood, but they are coming events that will be taking place literally, and therefore we are told that we should take it very seriously, which was John's message in the first chapter. If I could paraphrase it, you need to read it before you need it. He said there'll be international tensions in the world. There'll be wars and rumors of wars, and there'll be the rise and fall of nations and empires. But there would not be world peace. Now, I wish there were world peace. As General Sherman said after he destroyed Atlanta, he said, war is hell. And anybody who has even come close to the effects of war could probably say that with more authority than I can even imagine. But the simple fact is, it's not going to become peace in our time, as Neville Chamberlain complained. Because when somebody says that, we know we're on the cusp of something just the opposite being released upon the planet. So when you realize that there is wars and chaos, we've got 1 million Muslim Uyghurs that are in prison camps in China. We have people in India who are being persecuted and killed for their faith. We have them being killed in Nigeria. 2,000 a year are murdered. Christians are murdered. And we look at what's going on in Ukraine. We look at what's going on around the planet. And now we find even in the Middle East. And people are wondering, will this break into World War III? I don't think so. I just released a podcast. You may want to go on my website. Of course, I charge now $29.95, but I don't have time to go into details of why I think this is the precursor. I don't think this is the beginning of Gog and Magog. And I know it's just my opinion, but I've never been wrong before. Except that time I was. But basically, the world is going to go through a contraction of increasing intensity all the way up into the end. It's not going to get better, it's going to get worse. And I don't say because that I want that to be the case. I'm just saying you have to understand that the scriptures are very clear. That Paul put it very simply, says, evil men will wax worse and worse. They won't get better and better. In fact, he said there will be catastrophes and cataclysms, famines, plagues, pestilence, earthquakes, destruction. He even told them that Israel will be scattered around the face of the world.